Okay, first things first. Books have been shuffled properly.
Yep.
Top 5 cards go in the shields.
Alright.
As far as I know, nothing can attack on the first turn, even though they're... Especially the first turn it comes in unless it says otherwise. Opening hand is 5 cards.
Alright.
5. Top left corner is mana to play. Turn order is untap, draw, charge mana, which is put a card from your hand into play, and I'll go first to demonstrate.
Okay.
Draw. I'll set 1 card in my mana and pass the turn. Your turn.
Okay, now can any card just go into mana?
Yeah, any card.
Okay.
You can only play anything that you have the total mana for. You have to tap out the mana, and you have to have at least one of whatever appropriate civilization it is.
Alright.
So you have to have at least 1 green to play green, 1 red to play red, so on and
Okay,
so
I
forth.
gotcha.
And first turn's pretty much just put down mana because there's very few 1-drops.
Right. Well, then I like this guy here, so I'll take him down for mana.
Oh, and your draw.
Oh, okay. Pretty standard. Alright.
And done?
Yes.
Alright. Second card I will put down for mana. Tap 2 for Skater Swarmer. Blocker can block anything that attacks. Guard, it can't attack. And Angry Swarm, when it wins a battle, banish it. Banishing is basically just it dies.
I see. So basically, the cards themselves count as the mana. So if I get, say, 3 out here, I can summon 3.
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense.
And turn.
Get another one of these guys. And of course, you draw first, right?
Yep, draw first.
All right. Then go.
Alright. I'll put 1 more down and end my turn.
All right. Now get this one out. Then tap 3 to get Gatling Sky Terror.
3. Oh, and there's no such thing as attack or defense. It's all just straight up power.
Okay.
Higher power wins. High power, they both go away.
Okay, so at this point, I should not attack.
You can choose to. I mean, tactically speaking, Swarmer can only block once, and then it just dies.
Okay.
Regardless
so
of the
blocking
strength.
Okay.
It's the price it gets for being a 2-drop.
I see.
Alright, my turn. Play that. Tapping 4 for Hydro Spy. When it comes in the battle zone, I can draw a card.
Now, you can tap 4 for whatever to...
Yep, you just have to have 1 color at least tapped into whatever color you're playing. And your turn.
Alright. Alright. Then in that case, I tap 4 to get Bronze Arm Knight.
And when he comes into play, you can put the top card of your deck straight into your mana.
I like that.
Which currently puts you at 5.
Mm-hmm.
With 1 untapped. And no attacking?
No.
Okay. My
Now
turn.
can,
The only card I could block with is the Swarmer.
Right.
Unless it specifically says blocker, it can't block.
Okay.
Meaning I could just have a field of cards. If none of them say blocker, you can go straight for a shield.
Alright.
Alright. My turn. 1 more in mana. 4 for Frogzuka. Blocker, guard, so can't attack.
Okay.
And I will attack your first shield with Spy. Since you have no blockers, it goes through. It breaks the shield. And if it has something like a Shield Blast,
Which it does.
You can cast it without paying any mana. Otherwise, it goes straight to your hand.
Okay, so it's banished target enemy creature that has blockers, so...
So either the Swarmer or the Frogzuka.
The Frogzuka.
Yep.
Because that just sounds crazy, and...
And it's a 5,000 point blocker.
Yeah, so discard?
Yep.
Alright.
And your turn.
Okay. Get another one of these out. And get Essence Elf on the field.
Once something is in your mana zone, it stays there.
Oh, it does?
Yep.
Okay. We should know that soon.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we're having multiple copies, but at the same time, the good thing about that is it means that no deck really is built around a single card.
I see.
So there's always multiple ways to go through.
Well, in that
like
case,
for instance,
but
the
right now,
Great Giant isn't the
regardless, despite me drawing, I can still summon something.
Yep,
right?
you still
Okay.
have 6 mana to use, however.
Alright.
So you can summon or cast any spell.
Sounds good.
Tatsurion.
So it breaks 2 shields.
Yep. Or I believe the turn it comes into play, you can attack a tapped creature.
Alright.
So you can attack Hydro Spy with it or do nothing.
Okay. I think I'll attack Hydro Spy.
Alright, then 1000 loses to 6.
And once again, my problem with this game so far, I can't read the shiny text at all.
Yeah, that's the only problem with the extremely shiny card. I mean, I kind of figured down and to the left you can.
Right.
But, or read it in very poor lighting first and
exactly.
memorize it. But
like, by all means, I'm like, if it was just the art that was shiny, I'd be fine with that. But you're shining out everything. That's the problem.
Yep. And then my turn. Oh, right, that's still
right.
tapped. 1, 2, 5. I'll not put anything into my mana. Bring out another Swarmer and Skullcutter. Skullcutter has Slayer, which means if it loses a battle, whatever it fights goes with it.
I see.
Turn. And not tap.
Right. Well. Get another Raging Alliance.
And pack leader, each of your beastkin gets plus 2,000. So that means Bronzeword Tribe is up now to 3.
Okay.
And
I take
Tatsurion is up to 8 because it's double tribe.
Alright. Well, I like that 8, so I'm gonna leave it as is. I think I'm gonna try attacking with Bronze Arm Tribe.
I'll block with 1 Swarmer. They both go 4,000 against 3,000, but Swarmer's effect kills it.
Right. And my turn is ended.
Alright. I draw. And 5. I'll put another in my mana. And I guess I'll go for another one of your shields. And that just goes straight to your hand since it doesn't have a trigger. Hand. Shields always go straight to hand.
Okay.
That's the nice thing about the game. If you're losing horribly and you draw the right monster or something just to use as mana. So it's not done until literally the final attack.
I see.
And turn.
Alrighty. Let's give that a shot. Okay. I play Comet Missile, banish target enemy creature that has blocker, and I see blocker right there.
Yep.
And with that, since that is tapped.
Be careful, because it'll still take out whatever
right.
fights it. So you can ignore it, or you can attack it, it doesn't matter. It can't block anyway, because it doesn't have blocker.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm just saying I'll take out 2 of your shields, since that's a special ability, right?
Pick 2.
That one.
And they'll both simultaneously go off.
And that one.
Alright, those go to my hand.
And that ends my turn.
Slightly cautious there, eh?
And as far as I know, you can't put any more things into your shields, right?
Nope.
Okay.
You only have 5 shields, and that's it. Swarmer?
Now that brings up a good point. How much life do you have?
It's just direct attack.
Oh. So once you're direct attacked, you're done.
Once you're direct attacked and you can't block it, you're done.
Okay. That's
3/5.
pretty cool, actually.
Another blocker guard. And I'll attack Tatsurion with Cutter. Cutter loses to the 8,000, but Cutter's effect goes off, taking out Tatsurion.
Mm-hmm.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay. Oh, that's another thing to point out. Oh wait, never mind. It would just say Beastkin on the top.
Yep, it would say Beastkin or whatever it may be. No, it's something like the Essence Elves that are in the deck, because they both say
right.
plus 1,000 to other creatures.
Just to get some stuff out, I play Ambush Scorpion, and wait, you can draw 2 things in one thing as long as you have enough mana, right?
As long as you have enough mana, you
Okay.
can play whatever you want.
Alright.
And another Gatling Sky Terror.
Yep. And that ends my turn.
Alright. I draw. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No mana, I'll just play King Nautilus. Whenever he attacks, I may draw 2.
Beautiful.
And turn.
Okay. I'll do the same thing right here. And to get a little hissy and Essence Elf. And with that, all my other creatures are 1,000 stronger. And let's see what I can do with that. What I'm gonna do.
Let's see, you have 4 creatures that can attack.
Right. So what I'm gonna do is attack with Raging Goliath. Sky Terror.
Well, it'll be in order, because the reason is in case of like shield triggers drop, they can change things.
Right.
Swarmer will block it. So Swarmer goes.
And this does go or doesn't go?
Doesn't, because you have
Okay.
1,000 more because of Essence Elf.
So higher stays, okay.
Higher stays.
Alright. Then, so you can only attack one thing at a time, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's generally the wiser thing to go one at a time, because, again, you never know what triggers.
Well, in that case, I'll attack with 1 Sky Terror.
I'll actually let that through.
Alright.
Pick a shield.
Your left one.
And no trigger.
Alright. And then it's my turn.
Alright. I'll draw. I will just, whoops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, for Terror Pit, banish target enemy creature. Your Raging Goliath goes away. And I will attack your Gatling Sky Terror, 5,000 versus 4,000.
It's dead.
It's dead. And Nautilus's effect activates, letting me draw 2.
Alright.
And your turn.
Now put this into mana. Just get 7 and see what happens there.
Yeah, I think 7's about the mana cap for...
Okay.
7 or 8. And I know there's an 8 somewhere in this deck that I'm using. It's also entirely possible it's one of my shields.
Right. And since it's still at 4,000, I attack with Galing Sky's Terror.
I'll block it just to stop the attack.
Alright. And that's all I'm doing.
Alright. I'll draw. I'm surprised I only have 1 blue mana.
Mm-hmm. So let's see, we got green, red, blue, and purple out here. Are there any other mana colors?
Light. That's the only other one.
So just 5.
And then, as I recall, later in the Duel Master series, they had hybrid civilization cards, so they counted as one of either for mana. 3, Dream Pirate. Blocker and Ghostly when it attacks, it dies at end of attack.
Mm-hmm.
And Frogzuka.
Razorkinder.
Blocker guard 5,000.
Alright.
I'll attack your other Gatling Sky Terror with Nautilus. So I draw 2.
And, of course
And
it's
it
gone.
goes away.
Alright.
Yep. Turn.
Okay.
I think I know what that. Well, actually, there are a couple possibilities what that could be.
Well,
3, 4.
if it's Pilot Trooper, you were on this.
No, I wasn't thinking of Power Trooper. So 3,000. Whenever it attacks, it counts as a 5.
Yep. I like that. Though unfortunately, I can't really do much else. So, your turn.
All right. Untap everything. One more into the mana. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gagardon, 9,000 double breaker.
9,000.
9,000.
Okay.
That's why there are loads of cards that just say target creature as opposed to level or lower. The cheaper ones that have the same effect say level or lower. I guess I will break that shield and get to draw 2.
And it's just an ambush scorpion.
Again, hand.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Keep on forgetting that. It just feels like something...
It feels like
you
it
just
should.
killed it, so it should just go right in the
feels like
graveyard.
it should. But it's more like reserves.
Right.
And I will pass the turn.
Alright.
So both down to 2 shields.
Alright. 4. Alright. Simeon Trooper Crash.
Hmm.
And I will attack with